A new report from the USDA does not hold good news for beef prices. Joining us now with this week's Bottom Line is Neil Melancon. And Neil, last week when we talked, beef prices were set to rise about 5% this year. What has this new report done as far as those numbers are concerned? Has that changed anything?
Well, Mike, at first blush, it looks like cattle prices and beef prices should be headed down. After all, placements in feedlots are about 2.5% higher than last year. This was well within line with what many industry analysts were expecting. In addition, the lower prices we've seen for corn here lately has made feeding cattle more profitable, and as such, feedlots have been looking for cattle to fill them up. With prices being high and drought still a problem to some extent in the southern plains states for cattle, it makes sending these cattle to feedlots much more attractive. The problem comes in and where these cattle are being marketed from, primarily Mexico. We've got 6% more Mexican cattle in our feedlots from a year ago and about 45% more than the 5-year average between 2006 and 2010. What this shows is the devastating effect the drought has had on our national livestock herd, and the chance that we'll be rebuilding anytime soon is slim. The flood of Mexican imports has caused the price of both choice and select beef to slide since the beginning of March, but long term it's unsustainable unless we see an increase in our domestic supply. The bottom line is, when importing cattle all the way from Mexico to feedlots in Oklahoma is cheaper than getting it from Texas, Mike, it doesn't look good for either producers or consumers here in the long run.
Thanks, Neil. And remember, you can listen to any of Neil's reports on the Louisiana Farm Bureau radio network. For a list of stations where you can listen or tune in online, click over to our website, twilatv.org, and look for the LFB radio link on the left side of the home page. That does it for this edition of This Week in Louisiana Agriculture. Be sure to join us next week when we'll take you to Napoleonville for the annual 4-H Ag Day. Until then, you can watch any of our stories online. You know the address, twilatv.org. For all of us here at This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, I'm Michael Danham. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Hope to see you again right here next week.